So it has taken me a while to make this video. Joseph and me are leaving Spelkollektivet, and we've been here for almost 2 years, so this is gonna be a big change in our lives. For over 2 months I've had the idea to make this video about what this place even is, because it might be the place that you need like right now, and I want to tell you about it. What the hell? In a nutshell, Spelkollektivet is a co-living and co-working place in Sweden, or better, the Swedish countryside. It is 2.5 hours away from Copenhagen airport and easily reachable by train. When we came here in October 2017, the house was in a different location. But since September 2018, it is located here in Väckelsång and it has space for up to 50 people. We are around 30 people right now. So why did Joseph and me almost spend 2 years at this place? First, the money. Hands down, if you live in any bigger European city, rent is probably what your money goes to most of the time. Rent at Spelkollektivet changes depending on like how long you stay and like when you come here, but usually I would say it is around 400 euros a month, and this is fairly competitive with like I would say most European cities. But now comes the best part. Everything that you need is included in the rent. What do I mean by that? By everything, I mean everything. You get breakfast in the morning, you get 2 warm meals a day, like somebody cooks food for you. You don't have to spend time cooking, you don't have to spend time shopping, you just have to show up and eat, and it's included in the 400 euro rent. You even get internet, electricity, water. They even buy the toilet paper and the shower gel for you. You can also still buy your own stuff here. You can buy breakfast stuff, you can buy things to cook and cook your own meal. There is a supermarket, but if you wanted to, you can just live here for 400 euros, not pay anything else. Number 2, and like I only have number 1, which is the money because it's so cheap, and number 2. So number 2 is the game devs. I'm gonna make this one really short, but there's just a lot of cool people in the house. Like, I've been here for 2 years. I've seen a lot of people come and go, but there's always been cool people, so you're gonna meet other game devs and be surrounded by cool people. And come here. So now you are probably wondering, Simone, what does this magical place of wonder look like? And to that I say, let's do a house tour. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do the house tour now. I filmed this 2 months ago. Okay, so this is the outside of the house. And this is the room that you see when you first arrive. Right now it's a bit messy, because we just ordered new furniture. But then to the left. So this is the eating room, without food and without people. And recently it's been getting warmer, so and it's super warm and it's very nice. So hi, this is Simone from the future. Back when I filmed this, we didn't have this place, so now even more people can sit outside. Hooray! But it looks like shit now because it's raining, but believe me, it's super cool and nice when there's sun. So from the eating area to the dishwasher. No, I'm kidding. This is the kitchen, the homie's kitchen. This is our beautiful fridge. And this is mainly where we can just cook breakfast. If you want to cook. Because if you don't, then this is the professional kitchen where they cook the good food. But I'm not allowed in there. Yes. was only slightly creepy. What else? Oh yeah, the warmest room in the house. Which looks like this at the moment, but it doesn't usually look like this. So this is the infamous P waterfall, which you already know if you've seen any of the videos that I recorded in here. And this is where we have all of the board games. And yeah, this is also the room where we mostly hang out in the evening and just play and drink. Mostly drink, really. So all of the board games are from the house. I think some are from the homies, but mostly it's from the house. Oh yeah, there's also, now that I'm seeing this, there's D&D sessions every couple of weeks, but it depends on who is in the house at the moment. So right now there's a lot of people that like to play D&D, so there's a lot of D&D going on, but like we had phases where there was no D&D players, so yeah, no D&D. Makes sense! Let us continue. Hello! Alright, hallway number 1 with renovations. So this is the renovated area of the house. It has, I don't know how many rooms, but in all of these doors there's rooms for the homies. And this is the area that is getting renovated. So this will be like a just sitting, chilling, reading area. And yeah, this is the renovation where there's more homie rooms being made. I actually haven't seen these. Sponsored by IKEA. What?
Let's finish the bed.
Yeah. But I have it on video that it's not finished. So should I come later when it's finished? And then film again? Okay.
Yeah, or you can finish it.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna finish it. I have important YouTube work to do. I don't have important YouTube work to do. As you can maybe hear, this is the shower. This is where you get clean, I suppose. Zoom. If we go around this corner. Ta-da! This is the second hallway. Again, these are all homie rooms, but these aren't renovated. Front section here. There's like these 2 rooms are renovated and in the rest there's people living. And I think in this nice and yellow back section there's only like 2 or 3 rooms here where people are living. Oh yeah, back there is like more rooms. And now we go down to the basement. Just keep working.
Just be normal.
Just act natural. You're doing a very good job.
You don't show any of the trash.
Oh yeah.
Where is the trash? I just blur it out.
There.
Oh,
So this is the trash. So this is the big office, and now we go to the Joshua office. It's not the Joshua office anymore.
I used to work for a couple of weeks.
So this is the
It's
empty.
empty.
The empty office.
The empty room, yeah.
Yup, we leave this room. Ta-da! Oh, and this is the quiet office, now with improved sunlight blockage. Bye. This office you probably know the most, because this is where I almost film every game jam ever. So another dark and scary corridor, and it leads into the Netflix room. So this is the room where we have all of the consoles, the big TV, all the sofas, basically for gaming and watching TV. Opposite from the Netflix room we have VR playing room and the VR, I guess, setup room. If we continue down this path. Hello! So this is the second Netflix room. Now we enter the area that is not really renovated as much. And in here we have like an esports room that exactly has room for like 5 people, but none of us use it. And I think there's kids from the town that use it. And opposed to that we have... Hello? So this is the gym. We sometimes use it. This is actually used very often. Ping pong table and gym. Let's go. Welcome to one of the creepy hallways. Like all of these doors on the right are mainly for storage. We barely use this part of the house except... Ta-da! It's so nice and bright. So as you probably guessed, this is the laundry room. We do laundry sometimes. And one really nice addition that I really appreciate is this thing. You kind of know that you're becoming an adult when you get excited about the drying room. But anyway, this is where you can just hang up your stuff and it dries. And if you want it to dry faster, you can, that back there is a fan, you can just turn it on and then it dries really fast. And it's very exciting. This is Joseph and my laundry, by the way. And this is the laundry basket. Has it become apparent that I don't know how to film a house tour video? Oh, by the way, also, sponsored by IKEA. Nah, we're not sponsored. I wish we were. But if we go up here. Stairs, 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 stairs. Oh, stairs. If we were to go up here, this is the first floor where more homies live, but I kind of just don't want to go because it's just more closed doors, so it's just not. Which brings us back to this. So yeah, that is basically the house. I think the only thing to do now is just to check if Rasmus has finished that bed. Have you finished the bed? We just need to see if you assembled it or not. Ta-da! Bed. So now that you've seen the place and heard me talk about the place, you might be intrigued, but you still don't know like what to do here. And I had the same problem before coming here and also before getting more into game dev, that I had no idea what it meant to come here. And basically, if you're only paying 400 euros a month and everything else is taken care of, and you're surrounded by other motivated people, you can really focus on getting into game dev, and it allows you the financial freedom of just, yeah, existing and doing what is fun to you, if that makes sense. To give you guys kind of an insight of what my life has been like here. I also filmed what a typical day in my life at Spelkollektivet looks like. Usually I get up in the morning around 7 or 8 and then head down to the office to spend some time alone. I use those 2 to 3 morning hours before everybody else gets up to focus on drawing, language learning, or listening to audiobooks. Afterwards I start working on either client work, company work, or, like on this day, my private stuff. So yeah, that's mainly the mornings. And food. Food is usually served between 12 and 12:30, and there's always a 2-week plan of what is being cooked. Wow, isn't this super exciting? Today I'm really just updating my social media, updating our social media for Do and I, adding a imprint to my website. So very boring stuff. Even if I were to work on client work, I would just like sit here and draw instead of writing text and formatting text. But this is basically what the afternoons look like. However, this afternoon, one of my housemates decided to have a spontaneous portrait drawing session with Joseph. So we also sometimes spend the evenings just playing video games, playing board games, or just watching Netflix together. There's usually always somebody that wants to watch something, so you're in good company. Good night. And that is pretty much my day. But then again, there's also days where we don't work at all. When Joseph and me came here, this was our time out. Spelkollektivet gave us the freedom to reinvent ourselves and build up a business from the ground without any financial pressure. On top of that, it helped me escape the hamster wheel of working for clients 10 to 14 hours every day. And especially the last year, all that extra time that I've managed to free has helped me grow immensely as an artist. I even had some extra time to learn programming. And visual scripting. So why am I making this video? The truth is, I want Spelkollektivet to continue, and for that it needs new people to be interested and to move into the house. I feel it's a great place to be if you just need a break for just 1 month or even 12 months. Spelkollektivet doesn't really have anything on their website where you can see how life here is, because they just don't have the capacity at the moment to do these things. So I just wanted to show the world what it's like to be here and to live here. And if Spelkollektivet might be what you need right now, and if you're interested, I'll be down in the comments answering all your questions, and let's just talk about it. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
name is Genius, and welcome to Spelkollektivet. I'm the proud owner and majority shareholder. I'm here today to give you a lovely tour of this fine establishment. Come on, let's go! This is the North Wing, one of 3 residential areas here. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. You're supposed to unlock the door.
Isn't not unlocked? I'm sorry.
Saying sorry isn't gonna unlock the f***. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. It's a bit bland at the moment, but there's plenty of space to make it your own. And would you look at all these rooms? Laundry. Outside, there's plenty of luscious, spacious grounds, nearby forests, and even a fire pit. Let's take a look.
That's great, but come on back. There's more house to see.
Hey, are you coming?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Did I mention? We're all athletes.
These balls.
I forgot about that.
So come on down, stay a while. You're gonna love it here. My name is Binkleton, signing out. So, what do you think? Pretty good, huh? You're fired!
Welcome to Spelkollektivet, a co-working and co-living space for game developers around the world. Our aim is to provide an affordable space to eat, sleep, work, and build connections with other game devs from different backgrounds and experiences. Most residents here work in one of the dedicated co-working spaces. We have the loud office for those looking for a more social working environment, and the quiet offices for a more distraction-free environment. All areas come equipped with high-speed internet, desks, and office chairs, with the added bonus of being around other passionate people while they work on their own projects. And if you prefer, there's plenty of space in your own private bedroom. To help foster a collaborative community, we host a weekly stream, the Spelkollektivet Game Developers Conference, an opportunity to showcase what you've been working on and gain valuable feedback on your projects from developers just like yourself. Even though you might work alone, we're still a big team that always has each other's backs. But let's all remember to take some time to relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Spelkollektivet encourages a healthy balance of work and play with a number of dedicated spaces for games, board games, movies, and outside activities to participate with your fellow game devs. Speaking of game devs, let's talk to some.
Just settle in. All right.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hi, I'm Matej Jan.
Hello, I'm Marijke.
I am Megan McCurdy.
I'm Adam.
I'm Anneke.
I'm Michal.
I'm Jovi.
I am Belinda.
I am Fio.
I'm a composer from New Zealand.
I'm from Germany and I'm a solo game developer.
I'm from the Philippines and I'm an artist that works in the game industry.
I am an indie game developer.
I'm helping her with her stuff. Also, I help in the house. I'm from Czech Republic and I'm the developer of Lords and Villains.
I'm from Germany and I'm an art director / UI UX designer for Hotel Magnate.
I come from Slovenia and I am a pixel artist and game developer.
I came here to focus on the development of my game and have more free time and be around the community of indie game developers to get some support from my peers.
I was already working alone on my projects, and I just wanted to be part of a community and be part of a group of people that have similar interests.
I felt a little bit stagnant back at home. I wasn't getting anywhere or meeting a lot of people in the industry, so I just took the plunge.
We both thought about, hey, let's make a trip just where we can do programming. At this time we didn't know that Spelkollektivet existed, and it was a really nice coincidence that we found this place and could just work on software.
I wanted to experience what life was like living abroad. The idea of living together with other passionate game developers was really interesting to me.
I miss how my life was working from an office when I had a normal game development job, but I still want to work on my game, and so being here is the best of both worlds. I can work on my game and be in an office with other game developers, and it's even better because we also live together, and it's really nice to have like-minded people around you.
I came here because a friend of mine, Annika, she went here before and she told me about this place and was like, "You're sure this is real? Are they not selling you organs or something?" Like, no, it's real. It's really awesome. And then I decided, damn, I'm gonna come here. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it is.
One of the most surprising to me was how good the food is. And it has great variety, so we have normal and vegetarian options. And I actually became vegetarian while being here because I was thinking about it already before, but I'm too lazy to prepare it, and here somebody does it for you, and it's...
The community is amazing. Here are so many people with totally different experiences, and you can learn from every single one of them something special.
The people, I think. I wasn't expecting to make so many great friendships here, and along with working with those friends, it's been really cool.
I like a lot of things, and it's very hard for me to pick one that would stand out the most. I think above everything it would be the people that I'm surrounded with, because I think they are very like-minded and very accepting and supportive, so I feel like home here, and that's what I like the most about this place.
For more information, check out our website for the latest prices and details, or join us on Discord where you can ask more questions from us directly.
Why is this here? Did someone put it always on top? I think lock should be it. Do we have all percenters here even? Should we make it illegal to present if one isn't even here when it starts?
No, I'm not a bank. Just my representative. Looks accidentally looks the same as me. It's so great. Yeah, right. I'm trying to be here, but okay.
It's not narrow. No, I talked about no, you know PBR is? Yeah.
Depends.
So
Depends for each
you
other.
can't use PBR on the phone.
If I
At
return
least
to
a couple of years ago, you couldn't use that shit on the phone. So there are ways to use Spain so you can bake everything into one use and use fake. I'm talking about making the looks of a PBR so it looks fake and real. Like it looks like good and just like
I don't know
All right, hello, welcome to SGDC. And that's what I call speed running. At least I did some running today, I guess. First up, Marie.
Hello. God. Yeah, I'm Marie. Hi. How do I? There. So today I'm presenting again some creatures from our game. Yes. I will just go here because I can't see you there. So yeah, today's subject is at least farm creatures again, and this time we talk about goats because goats are awesome. We have 3 breeds of them. Surprise. 1 normal and 2 magical breeds. The basic item is milk, like cow, but goat milk. Yeah, so the goat has 3 color types at the moment. First it was just 1, but we decided that the animal should be having more skins because we were like, you can maybe catch also more skins with fishes, and so why not also our animals? And so now the goat has a little bit more skins, and these are the 3 we currently have. So a white one, a reddish black brown thingy, and a brown white black one. And Isa was then like, hey, this is looking like a X thingy, and I found it funny. So, and these are with the babies. They don't have horns when they're small. Yeah. The next one is the Yale. Has currently only 2 color types, and I have to say, I do it really bad with them. They don't like me, so more like this. So they have Yale make and Yale horn, and these are the currently colors from them. First one I tried more on the basic animals like an oryx, antelope, or a kudu with the coloring, but it was not so good, so I decided to make it a little bit like a violet steerling. So this is based on this, and this are based on butterfly patterns. So, and these are the kids. And yeah, the last one is a chimera. It has only 2 color types currently, but I plan to do more. It has the most items from all the goats. It has the chimera milk, the chimera scales, claws, and poison. And this is how they look. So the male ones have a mane and the female not. And these are the kids or cubs, whatever. I'm not sure because it's something between a lion and a goat. And kids of so the babies of a goat are called kids. Just they are the only animal which is like our goat, which is funny. Everything else is like a cub or a kitten, and now they are kids. And this is the breeding tree of the goats. And we also have a few new fish. So this is a tuna, and they are really big. And this is a magical fish, and this one and the next one are they made us to think about more skins for fishes as well. And this is a sunfish. Yeah. And we also have a Steam page, which Isa just promoted, but I wanted to show it for you. And I have to make it like this because I'm too dumb. It looks beautiful with screenshots. And there's the fishing game. And yeah, the planned release date is currently 2024. Isa made it, so I'm really proud that we have it now, and thanks to her we have it. And then I will also show you a little small teaser for next week, which will Isa show you. It's this. So we have something new in the game as well. I hope you will like it. Okay, questions? Yes?
Snake tails on chimeras?
The chimeras are based on goats, dragons, and what was the other one? I think snakes.
Yeah, but like, in a couple of mythologies they have like snake tail.
Yes.
Head of the snake.
And you can see by us that there. They have a little snake tail, but with not a head with a snake. So they also have some scales here over the body, but not as much. More about the back. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Next up is Konstantin.
Hello. Where is my stuff? It's here. Let's hope it works. Here it is. Yep. So I've spent the last 2 weeks transitioning our old art style, which was this pixel art, into some more cartoony style, because we wanted to do a lot of squish and stretch animations, and it just fit the game better. And my original approach was just to like take all these assets and try to make them into with the somewhat same detail level, and make them into a cartoony style. But we've also looked it over, and some things doesn't work, and we've taken a look at we've made an art style guide, and now we've come up with something that we're pretty happy with. Everything isn't the finished sprites necessarily, but we like the direction it's going, and it looks like, oh, it's not here. What? Did I shed the wrong one? Damn it. It's not here. Well.
You want to hurry down and
Yeah,
out?
I think.
I can tell some jokes meanwhile.
Yes, tell some jokes.
Oh.
What's the next question? Please don't.
Babies, am I right? Okay, Belinda, you go next.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to come up with jokes. Just not very good. I was hoping that we'd get enough laughs.
All right. So I have just some small things. My Idle Island Chopper Clicker. I have some numbers to present. Actually, not so small. So when 1 month ago, pretty much 1 month ago, I released a new idle game, Idle Island Chopper Clicker, on Android. And the goal with the game was that I release a super minimalistic version where I cut out as much as possible, and that it's just playable enough to push it out. And then my plan was to push out regular updates. I have made one update yet. I wanted to get the second update also soonish out, but I haven't started yet working on it, which, yeah, I come back to that later. Why? Because I have other stuff I'm doing right now as well. So, yeah, since the last time, the updated version I made is mostly bug fixes and like some little stuff to make the game feel a little bit nicer. So, the update notes are that you will now see from the main screen if you can buy something. Earlier you had to tap into the buy tabs to see if you can buy something. I removed several bugs, added more animations. The clicking feels much more rewarding. Now there are little numbers going up, how many clicks you get at, and there's a nice little animation. And more lively background with some clouds in the background. It's much more clear at what point you can progress to the next island. So now when you have bought the right X to progress or to ascend, the button will pulse a little bit. I removed the bug where on some phones you were not able to see your clicks or CPS because there was a little camera on top in the way. I searched a long time to just find out that it's one tick in the build settings, and that's it. And yeah, I did some more balancing. So numbers. I have 180 downloads now. I was thinking by myself that if I manage in the first month to get 100 downloads, I'm already happy. That's mostly with pretty much, with not really much marketing from my side, since I don't feel that the game is good enough yet that I want to market it. So yeah, 180 downloads, and most of it comes from Google search. So third-party referrals are mostly like me advertising it here in Spelkollektivet to some friends, family, so not really much. And yeah, people naturally already find it, and I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, some more numbers, maybe if people are interested. I always love seeing statistics of other games. So my daily users right now are usually between like 5, and here it was one day like 26 players on one day. That was nice. And yeah, big thing. How much money did I make? Am I rich now? And no. It will take some time until I'm a millionaire with that, but it's going in the right direction. So yeah, I made $2.06 yet. The eCPM, so like the money I get for 1,000 shown ads, is at 4.84. I was hoping that might be like higher, but yeah. So the nice thing is people are playing my game, they are watching the ads, and now it's just like my goal, like slowly with every small update improve the game and give the player more motivation to stay and come back to the game. Yeah. And so, next topic. I'm still looking for a job. I have now really started like actively reaching out to companies and stuff, and like posting online that I'm looking for a job. Right now there are 2 super small teams who would be interested in me, but they are both waiting for more funding, and that will probably take like 1 or 2 months or maybe longer. And but yeah, I still wanted to tell that. So like the first team that's interested in me working for them. They are doing a 2D tower defense game, which, I think I have a bit experience in there. And the second team that would be interested in me, they are making a poker game. So that's really nice. And with that also, I want to announce that I continue working on my poker tower defense. So, and both teams, like the people I was talking to, they both saw my poker tower defense, the old version, on my itch.io page, and they were both like, oh yeah, this game is great, and I would be a perfect fit. And yeah, so that's that. And add me on LinkedIn. I started today collecting connections on LinkedIn. That's all from my side. Are there any questions? Yes?
On your idle click game, is there benefits watching? Is there an in-game benefit watching ads?
Yes. So what I want is I never want ads in my game that you are forced to watch if you don't want to watch. So it's when you log in, you can watch an ad to double your AFK reward. And when you are logged in, you can watch an ad to double to add one extra block dropped per destroyed item for 3 hours, and you can double your CPS for 3 hours for watching an ad. And you can collect up to 12 hours of time where you have these buffs then. Yeah. Are there more questions? All right, then that's it. Thank you for listening.
Alright.
Should I show mine?
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, let's try it again.
It's there. The reason, yeah, kind of anticlimactic now. The reason it wouldn't load was it was too big a GIF, so apparently it couldn't load. So there's no animations. There were animations. They're not here. But yeah, it looks like this now. Yeah. Any questions?
Can you show the previous slide and talk about it?
This one?
No.
Okay.
This one,
Yeah, that's just our art guide. So what we found out, I like the first tree, that's this one, the red one, but it took too long to make these details, and it didn't really add. It was too much because we wanted to be able to play it on a Switch, for example, and those tiny details kind of clutter the screen. So we decided to do simpler cell shading with only 3 colors, a highlight color and a normal color and a shadow color, and we've done that. And we also decided on, if you notice that all our outlines are colored similarly to the object unless they're interactable. So the trash cans, you can break them, and the traffic cones, you can also break them, and therefore they have a black outline. So we're testing that out. Yeah.
What's your workflow for the drop stuff?
Well, that's a good question. I've never really worked much with this kind, so I'm still kind of figuring it out. But everything is modular, so I try to make everything in grayscale, or I make it in colors first, and then I outline it, and then I make it give it colors, and then I make it in grayscale and try to get it to work with the color tinting in Unity. So, and the house, for example, is in all the things on the house are different parts, so I can change out the woodwork, I can change out the roofs, the doors, the windows, and change the colors of everything. I don't know if it answered your question.
Yeah, but also which programs are you using?
I'm using Photoshop.
Yeah.
So what is animating?
The trees are blowing.
So is it, is it like sprite animation or?
The trees we're gonna
use a mixture of rigging and sprite animation. So the trees are rigged with, so they're just displacing a little bit, warping, and but we're gonna frame by frame animate the characters.
Is there a reason why the bushes are like lighter outlines?
No, it's just because I made them right now. So there's a bunch of things that were made really fast right now. So yeah.
How are you drawing the shadows? Are these like 2D assets or are they faked shadows? Or?
They're just sprites. I've just taken the tree and made it black and then warped it, and that's it.
And same for the house.
And same for everything. I don't know if that's the best way, but that was the way I tried when I had like 1 hour left for SGDC. So, so yes, that was it. Thank you.
Next up.
Hello. Oops, no, not here. So, hi. We are making a game called Beers and Boomerangs. So, half of you know us, maybe half of you know us for 4 days. This is me and Ines, we're both making the game. And we started the game in 2021, in January.
You're going to present the mode?
That is correct. Is this one? Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, we started making this game just a little bit before coming to Spelkollektivet. This is what we had when we arrived here. This doesn't look good. This only worked on Steam and on like PC VR, and it was just like, you know, prototype. We wanted to make a boomerang game, and we had some capsules and just this very simple prototype. On the 5 months that we spent here, we made like a game that was already kind of fun to mess around with. Everything was physics based, the boomerang was satisfying, and but the game was still like a little bit buggy and just starting. And yeah, in the meantime, we've been developing it in Portugal, and now we're back. And the game already has like a free demo on Steam and on UpLab. He has like way too many features for me to be presenting it like in SGDC, but it has a draft of a 15-level campaign with 3 boss fights. It has some prototypes for 2 arcade modes, one where you just kind of whack animals and the other one where you have to multitask with Cook. And it has a flip-flop boomerang skin, so I thought that was important. And soon enough, it will be ready for, I'm not sure if I would call it beta testing, but I would love to see you guys play it and me taking feedback of it. And I think most of you maybe already saw it, but some of you don't, so I guess I'll just show the trailer to wrap this up. So I realized when I was watching the trailer that I didn't explain what the game is. The very tiny elevator pitch. It's a chaotic cooking game where kangaroos are trying to steal your beer. And that's it. We're back, and in the next weeks we'll give regular SGDC updates with like stuff that we did in the past 2 weeks rather than in the past 6 months. Cool. Any questions? Mate?
Does the flip-flop have any special powers?
It has a funny sound when you smack stuff. Like every time you hit something, it does a funny sound. Gameplay wise, it doesn't.
Good enough.
Annie?
Who's making the music for your game?
So far, no one. So we have like a royalty-free song on the demo, and we're still trying to figure out. I'm dabbling in composing at the moment. We may reach out to Adam. It will depend on the funding and on the situation in the next months.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you. For those that don't know, Adam is a previous homie.
It's bingo time.
Jingles bingo. Next up, Andreas.
Welcome back. I've been here all along. This game, and instead of giving you the sweeping generic updates, I'm just going to talk about a specific part of it that I've been spending most of the week with, from conception to implementation. And I'm just mentioning that because it was a weird spiral in my head developing this. So I put in the finishing touches before dinner, and I'm just hoping the game won't crash later. So the difficulty when you're out foraging, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was a specific card, and when you double clicked it, a whole bunch of cards flew over and got stored in a separate pile. That one. The whole point of the foraging is, or no, not the whole point, but you need to turn back to the camp to wrap it up and to actually gain possession of the collected loot. And you would simply need to play through this extra pile. I liked it because it was sort of simple, intuitive sense of I can see the cards, I just need to sort of go through them and then I'll be home. And while that was true, the difficulty progression when I did this, when I really got down to it, using all my whiteboards, I felt like this is going to be very uncool. It's going to be a non-fun way to design difficulty. You need to sort of handcraft then how you put the decks together. And I wanted a mathematical way, because procedural programming is the fun version. So in order to get a mathematical version of the difficulty, we still have the special card. Now when you activate it, it's gonna boom, 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 send some darkness to the lamp you're carrying with you now to see where you're going in the forest. And as the surrounding gets darker, this is indicating or giving feedback to the player that whatever you're encountering now is going to be more powerful or more mean to you. More negative stuff is going to happen. But also, you know, the loot gets better, as in all the games. And then returning back once they click the lamp and they say, I'm going to try and get back to safety, then it's a very intuitive way of just seeing how much you can see around you. And once everything is lit up like the sun, you are near the camp. But yeah, I think I better go to the game. Well, I'm glad I gave all that information though, because who knows how much time I have now. Or if it crashes. Alright, so here's the lamp. Here's the light and the nice little forest. Oh yeah, I have a little cheat this time, so I can just play wildly and it doesn't matter if I die so much. Let's go. Here we go. This is one of those cards. Placeholder graphics as usual. Boom. And it got a little bit darker. I'm just gonna see if I can show it again. Boom. Sorry. Every time I test this, I keep wanting to click some more. Anyway, just imagine it going really dark around you. I now realize I should have put in super big cards or something to show you this. But so here you go back. There will be sound effects or other feedbacks because now there wasn't much of a difference. But now that I am playing through this, if I do this hand here, yeah, it just got a little lighter. And now I'm gonna heal myself with a cheat. And see if we return. Got even brighter. This is working, this is nice. Alright, you made it back. And you can do the stuff, go back out again, and so on. That wasn't great, but I am done. I think. Yes. There is nothing. But questions. Any questions? Annie.
Do you have an elevator pitch for your game, or like a first version of an elevator pitch or something like that?
No.
How would you try to? What's like the main?
Well, isn't
stuff?
an elevator pitch sorta? Is that to a publisher or a player?
Either. Like just a short, like one sentence of this is what you can expect.
Like how do I prove to you that I'm not crazy making this game? Kind of thing. So then I would say it's gonna be satisfying to play. It should be pretty simple. I know this is a cliche, but it should be pretty simple to start and then be pretty hard to actually go all the way because of the what you've been seeing me playing is just like throwing cards at everything, and it sort of works. But once it gets really tight in the future, when you are near the ending of the game, you're gonna have to come up with optimal ways of playing, or you're just gonna have to think about what you're doing. Actually, from my deeper testing that I've done myself, it's definitely not that hard, kinda, but you actually need to think about the future. You sort of need to look at the cards and decide, I think I'm just gonna save this one, away. I'm not gonna use it, and I'm gonna take this hit and so on. So it's sort of like, it's about planning, actually. Yeah, I think I can do an elevator pitch next time instead, and I'll think it through. Yes, James?
I just want to say that's not an elevator pitch, and even if it was too long.
Yes. Satisfying to play. Hopefully a gripping story that players are actually gonna get, engrossed in. And nice to look at.
Doesn't say anything about what game it is.
Yeah, what game did you get?
Oh no, I thought I went more with the why should this game exist? But if someone is like, should I click this?
What is it?
Oh my god! I mean, I made this a long time ago.
There you go.
I should read it. Yeah, card crawler, crafting, gathering. The adventure, I don't know, I just put that in there, but it's supposed to be more story, I guess. But
That's create a nice sentence using these words for next SGDC then.
Alright.
That's your homework.
Cool. Thank you for the homework. Everybody loves that. Any other questions? Thank you. I'm off.
Alright. This
okay.
will be a treat, Diogo.
No worries.
It's my favorite presentation of the year.
Why aren't you taking my spot? Take some time. Did something show up?
Not yet.
Now
Yeah.
it showed up.
It is now.
Oh, full screen. Thanks. Yeah, this is definitely my game and stuff. Yeah, no.
You can ask Diogo about making the floppy stuff now.
Oh yeah. Hello. Anyway, my name is Marko, and I'm doing a VR presentation of my game thingy. That's it. Anyway, art direction. So for few past weeks, I have been struggling with art direction for many reasons. One of them is here. So I was trying to make kind of cel-shaded material, but when I finally built it on my headset, it looked kind of crap and ugly. So I continued, and this is another cel-shaded material, and it has like really cool normal map and stuff. But I was like, I'm a really lazy person, and I don't want to make a normal map for every item, because come on, who has the time? So this is my version. I'm using like texture that's like spread out. It's a little bit painterly, but I'm using that texture also to do a little bit of bump map. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with this result. It looks quite wooden, so to say. And this is using the same material. And I really like the outline and how it works with this object. What next? Box. Skybox. So, wow. So I was experimenting with Skybox, trying to make it more painterly. And now that I look at it, I think I kind of achieved it, but I think I should stylize it more. But honestly, I prefer it way much more than the default Unreal one. I was quite bored of it already. And tooltips. So another thing that I was working on. See, fancy material. And I'm using like on every object I'm using the same texture. So it's like really cheap. And I have tooltips. If I move things closer, something pops up. It has name and description. Let me see. Oh. Come here. And this by joiner. It even gives amount. And this is, it's very, no. Eating doesn't work yet because I was lazy and I didn't fix it. So, tough luck. What else? I kind of messed around with flint stick. And this version is a little bit more broken. As you can see, go away. But for some reason, it's just this one like works better, surprisingly. So now I think I kind of fixed it, but as you can see, my physics hand thing is still off. I need to work on it. And yeah, come on. Okay, something should happen any second now. Or was I too fast? Or is timing off? Oh, come on. Oh no, that's disappointment. I think I was faster.
Anyway, questions or comments? Come on.
See us.
Yes. Ah, finally. That was my 4 minute. What is if I talk too long, I would explode, so to say. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to ask you what was the thing that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you hope to achieve with your art style?
With what?
What do you hope to achieve with your art style? Or like, obviously, this will look good, but do you have more thoughts on, or like, what are the constraints for your art style?
Well, big constraint is of course performance. But yeah, I would like to get more paper in the field. Like everything is kind of like, yeah, like brushed up, or someone has used like pastel knife on objects. Yes.
In your game, do you play as a table?
Not really. No, it's more like an Estonian spirit named Bright. Yeah, spoilers. So, yes.
Did you log out?
Yeah, oh no. Thank you.
Are you sure? You sure you're log out?
Oh my god. Fucking meta. Anyway, thank you.
Woo. Okay. Next up is Brian.
Hello. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Most of you probably don't even celebrate it, and I'm not drinking today, which is the usual. So, what have I been doing the last few months? Actually, one of the previous SGDCs, I shared a Kickstarter trailer for something called Bard's Song, which was a audio narration accompaniment to a board game by a company called Steam Powered Games. And the app is developed by a company called Foreteller Games, who do audio narrative accompaniment for things like Gloomhaven, Frosthaven, some of their expansions. Some of that stuff I've done some small voiceover roles for as well as part of those. But today I'm going to show another thing from Bard's Song off their website, because it just got released yesterday, and it's been about 3 or 4 months work for me and 65 to 70,000 words of narration. So it's my first narration job. So I'm just going to share a snippet from it. It's probably in a similar vein to the previous thing. It's a few minutes long, so I'll just play it now and get on with it. So yeah, that was a short sample of one of the intros to one of the chapters. The kind of format takes is that you do, I would narrate the opening of a particular scene, and then it would kind of go to the app as to the players would make decisions based on what they want to do in the board game, and then it would send to a different part of the adventure, like a kind of a choose your own adventure type thing. Obviously depends on as well how well they roll within their board game as to how badly they do in battle and various other things. So it's kind of just an audio sweetening of a board game, kind of just to give it a bit more atmosphere. Maybe someone might decide, if there was like a GM in a role-playing game, or they might decide to do it themselves, but it's for people that don't feel maybe comfortable with doing that kind of thing and just want to play the game. But I really enjoyed doing this. It's the first really long form thing that I've done in voice acting. It was the closest thing to a slightly Irish accent I've ever done, which is funny considering I am Irish. But most other things I do out of over-the-top kind of character things, so it's a challenge doing a longer form thing for that. But it was enjoyable. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, Johanna?
Well, I missed the first time you talked about this. Did you also do the sound design?
I did not do the sound design. The team at Foreteller do a lot of the kind of the ambient beds and various incidental audio that they put in the scenes based on the script. In this Kickstarter, I did a bit of the music and the voiceover. The Walls Talking may be me doing music on the full thing, but I kind of just did not have the time at the time. I'm only committed to doing the voiceover. But yeah, Johanna again.
All the laughter was all of them you.
None of it was me. The only thing that I did literally was just the narration. In other Foreteller things, I have definitely done some laughter. I've played cultists, crazy cultists summoning demons, laughing maniacally and dying horribly. That's a lot of fun. I think I remember someone asked me, "Can you send like maybe a few screams to me or something?" And I think I sent 48 back because I was in the booth anyways, and it was just fun. And I had nothing else to do for that day. Pro tip, if you're asking a voiceover person to do something, do the screams at the end of the session and don't get them to do it at the beginning because it will ruin their voice. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Annie?
Maybe a bit weird question, but I find it hard to like read things without fucking up the reading. So like how long is one recording until you're like, now I fucked up and we have to cut everything together, you know what I mean?
Fortunately, with this particular situation, the question was, I suppose, what the flow of kind of if you fuck up a line, basically, and how long does that take, and editing, and various other things. I fortunately did not have to do any editing for this. Like usually with smaller projects, I have to edit a lot of the dialogue and stuff together myself. So what I did was that I would read the lines, and if I messed up, I would just stop, kind of reset, go back a line or two and read those 2 lines again, so that I would have a flow of kind of tone going into the line, so they can just have options to kind of cut in themselves later on and pick the best options. At the beginning, when I was starting doing this, I usually give 2 or 3 takes or 2 or 3 versions of it just to establish tone, and they kind of said, we like option 2 more, so don't worry about giving us multiple takes from now on, because there's 60 to 70,000 words and we don't really want you reading 210,000 words and taking 2 or 3 times the length. So once we established what the style and how over the top it should be, then it was like they trusted me to just do it in 1 take where possible. If I made mistakes, go back and do it again. And then I'd submit the stuff, and then I know I'm probably answering more of your questions than necessary, but then they would maybe contact me a couple of weeks later to say, oh, there's a mistake with the pronunciation here, or there's a mistake with one of the lines read wrong. Can you redo this 1 line and send it back again? So that was kind of the general flow. Anybody else? Okay, thank you.
Next up, Annie.
Hello, everyone. Just a second. That's me. Hello, I'm Annie, and I'm working on the human story. And this last weeks, I've been deciding to make a teaser trailer before for the Steam page for various reasons. Mostly to have a bit of a better, like, coherent communication about what the game is, and and for that I need a little bit more gameplay content, and I've been thinking about that I want to know, though, like, which content do I want to need to create to make this teaser trailer. So I've been making an animatic where I basically, like, stitch together, like, a basic flow of how I imagine the teaser to go, like, with just images, and it's mostly for me, so I didn't put a lot of work into explaining something to someone else with these images, but yeah, I still wanted to show it to you guys. Yeah, I've been learning DaVinci Resolve for that, so I can cut those together, because now I have a PC and I don't need to do it in Blender anymore because I have the power, yay. And that's been a really nice process to do that. It doesn't have music yet. I'm working on that, but it's still already good to see, like, what I want to achieve. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that, like, really short. I kind of wanna, like, one goal with it is to, like, have, like, the basic thing explained, like the theme, and also show, like, the game feel of, like, how does it feel to play the game. So I definitely want, like, yeah, video and sound effects and some music too, so that it all comes together, and yeah, people can just observe a little bit of the actual gameplay, because I always feel like that helps so much to actually see what the game is like, and what you do in the game. Yeah, and I also was working on the planet for the overview menu. So I basically took a sphere and put on a texture from NASA, and was tracing those continents to yeah, work on my own style for it. And I've tried to, like, I started to put it together and put colors on that fit my art style. It's not quite done yet, but that's, like, one possible version. And also created like a mood board of to help me direct, like, which way to go, like, how stylized do I want it to be, and yeah, that's still kind of in development in my mind, but yeah, it shows a little bit of where it could go, that I have some stylized trees and buildings on top of that still. Yeah, that's me right now. Are there any questions? No questions. Also, I feel like I'm reading so much about history, but I'm rarely talking about it. So if you ever feel like you want to talk about history, you can come to me and be like, so, history, and then we'll talk about it. That would be fun. Yep. Cool, thank you.
History, am I right?
And then you said it.
Do you get the joke now? Good. Thank you. Next up, Lena.
Okay, hi. I'm Lena, and I'm gonna talk a bit about Broken Alliance again, and a bit about Death and Taxes as well. Yeah, so some concept art that our concept artist Raida did. Yeah, for the different monsters again. Then we have a new pixel artist to do pixel animations for the units in combat. So because there's a lot of that, so we got a new member for our team for that. Oh yeah, I haven't shown you yet anything actually from the actual project, like inside of Unity or something. I have only shown like art, so maybe now you believe that it's actually in development. This is currently showing off the resource system. If you want to buy something out, then you have to get the resources assigned to a place, basically. It's like in some kind of board games, you have this kind of system where there's an income of a resource, and then you have to drag it there. We want to make everything kind of interactable and draggable and kind of this satisfying feel to it. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot of effects and sound effects for this system, but this is the basic of it. So this is the adventure map, and yeah. And I worked on finding out what kind of team colors would be there in the game. So basically how we're doing this is every asset that's going to have a team color will have this magenta kind of color on it originally, and then in Unity it will be changed into a team color. And it was kind of hard because we have 4 different color palettes, and I would say 5 even, I mean, I'm making things hard for myself, but I needed to find out colors that go together with all of these palettes, but also you are visible and separate from it. So yeah, that took a while, and it's yeah, you can ask me about it sometime. It's weird stuff. Anyways, our fans have been really great for Death and Taxes, and I decided that I will make a small kind of treat for them, and it's a coloring and activity book. And yeah, because we have a lot of this kind of line art in the game, and it's usually all colored, but not everything got into the game as well. I thought maybe we should make a actual kind of like a activity book with colors and everything. And yeah, there were some jokes in it, like people were usually drawing different kind of eyes for Fate, so I decided to have like a task where you can draw what kind of eyes or glasses would Fate have, or what kind of booty is Mortimer trying to sell us this time. So it would be like drawing, and yeah, or just coloring new Grim Reaper designs, or designing your own drink, basically, because we had the system of, we had a lot of drinks that I made, and that was really fun for me. So because we already had the different assets to put together the drinks, then I thought maybe we could like have this, they could like cut them out and yeah, put them in here. And yeah, it's there's a cute message for all of the people that have been with us during the time, and yeah, we were super happy that during our second anniversary, there were a bunch of people who made a big book of like 100 pages of very fancy fan art and a lot of like stories about death and taxes as well as a gift to us. So yeah, that was great, and yeah, we're trying to give back to the community in the same way they are giving to us. Yep, thank you. Any questions? Yes.
Have you considered doing a Kickstarter in order to do like a proper print run and everything like that?
I thought at first like, yeah, we should. But I just like the idea of giving this away for free.
You still do that. I'm just saying for like for people who wants like a physical copy of it.
Yeah, I mean they can print it out themselves, but I can think about it. Of course, I don't know if. I mean that's gonna be Kickstarters are so much work. I mean, yeah. Yeah, fun work. No, I mean we're gonna anyways do a Kickstarter probably maybe for our new game as well for the visibility and stuff. So yeah, no, good idea actually, Marco.
About resource assignment, like can you shift click on a location to auto assign stuff to speed up the game? You know?
Yeah, I mean, currently with this thing, we are actually adding dragging to a lot of the things, but also we are trying out if it's gonna be awful and people still want to only click on things. So that's gonna be a thing. We'll see. Maybe we can force people to kind of do that and then actually see that it's kind of enjoyable or something. But maybe it's gonna be a problem. That's going to be found out in the testing. Yes. Yep.
So for the team colors, is that gonna be on the units and buildings, or is it gonna be UI accompanying?
Yes, it's gonna be on the buildings, on the adventure map, but all of the units actually will have it as well. Oh, in here you can, for example, see the magenta is used for the light in there, so that unit is gonna have that team color in there. Yep.
What's the likelihood of having a playable build for arcade?
Playable. Yes. That's our plan. We're going to do that. But I mean, playable, yes, enjoyable.
Percentage. What do you think?
Like
The likelihood of it?
what? 99%. Like I'm not promising anything that is. I mean, it's gonna be. You can do something in the game, yes, and we will put it out there, whatever it is. But I'm not sure if it can be called a game or something. But it will be a playable build, yes.
I'm waiting for this since October, so I have high expectations.
Oh no. It's not gonna be great though.
We'll see.
Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Next up, Johanna.
Maybe like that. I don't know. Well, I just have a super short update because, well, first, I'm Johanna. Hello. Yeah, last thing I shown was making portals, and I finished that project. It wasn't gonna be a game, it was just testing stuff, and that's done. So since then, for quite a while, I've been trying to figure out what to do next, and I haven't figured it out yet. but I have been 3D modeling this car. It's not done. I made it green because it's St. Patrick's Day. Yes. But yes, I'm working on some 3D modeling missions for the Indie Quest, so I'm learning some art. And also trying to figure out what game to make. And yeah, that's it. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I didn't prepare much. I only made this picture. And yeah, I guess questions. Brian.
What's the poly count on it at the moment, do you know?
Wow, Brian is asking what the color count is, and I have no idea. Where do you see that in Blender? 16. It's 16. James counted. Thanks, James. That's great. I will count it for next SGDC, and then I will present it.
Count it manually.
Yeah, I will. Right.
Assuming the low poly modeling is part of the Indie Quest.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing the 3D modeling missions for the Indie Quest, and before this I've made a floor plan, and I made a lighthouse, so that was a low poly building made from blueprint that I drew first, and now I'm making this car, which I'm also using references for and everything, and it's a lot of like practicing using Blender, and for this mission specifically I'm using the mirror modifier, so it's exactly the same on both sides. But yeah, so yeah, it's
the main thing I wanted to ask is, do people get to choose what they specifically want to do for the poly, or do people need to make a vehicle, or is that your own choice?
Well, the mission is to make a vehicle. It can be any kind of vehicle, but you can also, like, if I would have been wanting to make something for a game, or if I had a project where I was like, oh, I need a 3D model of this, then I could like apply the mission to what I need to do. So I could have done something useful if I knew what kind of game I wanted to make. But also, like, I like this car. It's fun.
Build your entire game around this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a start. Yeah.
For those that don't know, this is Johanna's favorite car, which she has in Stockholm at the moment.
Yeah, I have this kind of car in Stockholm. It's not green, but it's still pretty. So yeah, I decided to make my own car.
Is it low poly?
Oh, my car is not low poly, no. So it's not that realistic, no. My car is prettier as well, and I didn't make it myself.
If you dent it enough, it basically will be.
Yeah, it did have a dent once that made it very flat and like, yeah. But that was fixed, so it's not low poly, my car. Yeah. Hopefully next week I can present something more interesting. I don't know. Oh, gee.
How long did it take you to model this, and then how long do you think it would take you if you started again from scratch?
So Jihei is asking how long it took me to model this and how long it would take if I did the same thing again. And I guess I haven't been working on this all day every week. All week every day, I guess. But I think I have been working on it a little bit for almost 2 weeks now, a little bit every day. So it's been taking quite long, and I also restarted twice already. But yeah, it's kind of slow. What?
How many hours?
Well, I don't know. It's a very, very difficult question. I don't know. Well, I do know because Blender in Steam says that I used Blender for about 15 hours the last 2 weeks. So 15 hours maybe. Yes.
Same amount as polygons.
One less than polygons.
One polygon an hour.
Yes, I do 1 polygon an hour. It's perfect.
How long will it take you to do it now? Again?
Maybe 2 polygons an hour.
Twice as slow.
Yeah. don't know. I think it would be way quicker because I was also like relearning or remembering all the shortcuts and tools, and I also only did 3D modeling on my MacBook before, and now I'm using a Windows PC, so that was a bit different with the shortcuts and everything. So yeah, now since I have used the software for a bit, it would be quicker just because of that. I don't know, 3 polygons an hour. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
All right, polygons. Am I right? I think the last one is last.
Could it be?
It's time for some ooh la la.
Hello. How do I play that? What? This? Ooh. Okay, so some of you might know it, some of you might not know me because I've been away recently, so I'm Ula. And in recent months I wasn't really making much of games except for my full-time job. So instead of that I was more focusing on my life, so hence the project life. So I'm going to talk about my project life because it's been 3 years and 3 months since I've been living here in Spelkollektivet. So fun fact, it's 10% of my life. So on this occasion, let's share a bit of what made me come here to Spelkollektivet and how my life looked here in Spelkollektivet. So 3 years ago, some of you might know that 10 years ago, due to some circumstances, business circumstances with my father, I got like unpayable, very big debt, and it wasn't very, very fun. So it was really taking a toll on me that I was afraid of opening the door of the doorbell and thinking it's a debt collector, and I couldn't really have any contracts on my name and do a lot of basic things, so I really felt limited, and overall I feel like I'm a very independent person, so it really felt bad for me. But I learned that if they don't execute anything from me for 5 years, then the debt is getting overdue, and it's been already 2 years since they didn't execute. So I evaluated the situation that I cannot really go on living in Poland being afraid of everything. So I decided that it would be better for me to move abroad, where I can have a chance to have a normal life for myself. Like, don't be afraid of their doorbell and having a sense of a normal life. So I checked my options, and I already knew about Spelkollektivet because I was at the Castle Game Jam. It was a very amazing Castle Game Jam, and I checked my options, and I was like, co-living place for game developers. I like the Sweden, and the rent was cheap, so I was like, not much of a decision, right? So I decided to come here to Spelkollektivet, and that's. I took the trip by a car and I came here to Sweden. So why is it so cool living here in Sweden? Because basically, like working in the normal offices or overall, normal workers versus game developers, we are like this funny hat. Like, we are positively weird. It's amazing to be surrounded by people who are also like bring such a positive energy that brings something different to your life, and that's amazing, living among people thinking the same, a bit different way, just like you. So overall, I made amazing progress being here. So firstly, when I came here, I was still having like a depression episode, and I hung out with people, but then I was also backing off to my room because it was taking a big toll of me. But it was slowly getting better, and through the months being here, I opened up and talked about mental health issues, and I came out as lesbian, and it also made me feel a lot better, and I felt that I grew as a person, and overall I made lifelong friendships here and got an amazing support from people, and it brings me so much. it gave me so much as a person. And yeah, while being here, I made quite some things. I made quite a lot of full-blown game jumps or the weekend game jumps, but some of you I know that I was very much into 1 hour game jumps, so there is around 50 of them I made. I published 2 games being here in Spelkollektivet. Oh yeah, here is my 1 hour game jumps. Look at this amazing card, wow. Yeah, so the first game released on the Nintendo Switch was made during one of the game jams and then finished on the other weekend because we were trying with friends, like deciding if maybe if we can just push for a very little game and do no promotion and just see how it goes, like do a game like that. So we did this game. We released this on Nintendo Switch, and we got like over 1,000 sales overall. So yeah, it was pretty nice as for no promotion and nothing overall. And then we made another game. We spent a bit more time on this one, and we really liked this one. And yeah, I released it also being here in Spelkollektivet. In the meantime, publisher released one of my older games I had made before coming here to Spelkollektivet, also on Nintendo Switch. So I have 3 games on Nintendo Switch now. And I had many hobbies being here. I was bread making. I had my sourdough and was making bread, but someone threw out my sourdough. And if I catch this person, yeah. And I was sculpting from the clay, from the Fimo clay, and I was making ramen.
God bless the ramen.
Yeah. And overall, being here, I got some ups and I got some downs. Like while I was awaiting debt overdue, it was a very tense time for me, and I was extremely stressed and sad about it. I also went through a very bad breakup, and for some time I was very apathetic. But then my debt got overdue, like in July last year. And it made me like so extremely happy, like I was never this happy before in my life. This was the best time in my life. And I celebrated it here in Spelkollektivet, making fuck Polish tax office party with this amazing flag, which also someone threw away if I catch this person. The party was amazing and made me feel so good being here, surrounded by everyone. That I started like thinking what I want in my life, not now that I was free. So I decided to make some trips. I was traveling to Poland, and I was also on a road trip with Belinda and Mareike for a bit. And I was on a border of 3 countries here. It's like Switzerland, France, and Germany. Wow! Mind blown. Yeah. Oh, she grew up there. And I decided that when I was coming back, I felt like, okay, I feel like coming back. Like I feel like Sweden is my home now. So in the end, I decided that I will be staying in Sweden now because I really didn't want to go back to Poland. It wasn't an option for me anymore. So I was thinking, where will I go?
And then I decided it's Sweden. Sweden feels like home. So I decided to make my apartment look more cozy. So, yeah, free Ula Award. Fuck Polish tax office. And a very cool coffee table. And, yeah. Coffee machine. And, yeah, a new bookshelf and everything. And then I met the love of my life. And, yeah, so you might wonder what the next step is for me, then yeah. So exactly a month from now, on the 17th of April, I will move out of Spelkollektivet after being here for more than 3 years. And yeah, but from the good things, I will make a big party. So there will be like rivers of alcohol if you want, and food and dancing and games and maybe some ramen. Yeah, and thank you. I cannot explain how grateful I am for experience I had here and everyone I met here and support I got here. It was amazing journey, and I would really love to keep in touch with you guys. When I went to Sweden, I had to like delete all my social accounts while escaping from the Polish tax office. So I don't really use that much of social account. I have Discord, of course, and I have Twitter I rarely use, but you can add me there. And yeah, I will be coming to Spelkollektivet from time to time. I will be living in Malmo now, so if you ever feel like just yeah, meeting with me for a tea, coffee, beer, or whatever, just, yeah, I will be totally up for it. So this is not the end, it's a new beginning. So yeah, thank you. Questions?
For those who want to keep in touch in person as well, they're now with COVID officially over or whatever, events are starting up in Malmö again. And for those of you who have been here a longer time, you know that we used to go down to Malmö as a bigger group now and then to attend the lectures, workshops, and stuff like that with a bunch of other game developers. And that would be a perfect time to meet up with you, because I'm guessing you're going to be a part of that community now.
Yep. And yeah, you are always welcome to visit me, to stay over, to hang out. I will be super delighted for that. And yeah, any questions? I will be giving away some stuff, you know. Yeah.
Not a serious question. Will there be a river of ramen?
Oh.
River of alcohol. That could get very messy, though.
Why not both, you know?
We could fill the fountain with ramen broth.
Ooh.
And then do like.
I like that. Then immediately looks at, I want to see James.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, you know, we have the open house on the 16th as well. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it's over by 4 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, then party would probably be after
just
that.
So you know that there are things going on in the house during the day. But
Okay.
It's okay to have a party in the evening. So
Yeah.
And it's Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Easter. Yeah, then. There will be eggs in the ramen, you know, so Easter, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Will the love of your life be at the party on the 16th?
Yeah, she will, yeah. I think so.
She will be there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then. If that's all, then I think, yeah. Thank you.
Love, am I right? That was great. I hope all of you at home find someone to love.